What's up, everybody? This is Dante. Welcome to Why Date Wednesday. It is all natural. All the guys are rocky, except for Red Pill here. He's only got a haircut at all of us. But we got myself.
I got a haircut too, you know. It's there somewhere.
So if you guys haven't heard the voice, it's Max Savage is on this episode today. Welcome back. He's wearing the Why Date shirt today.
Yeah.
Much respect. The original Why Date shirt. We got Aunt Shirley.
Hey, y'all.
Swoosh. And we are without Kylie and Alpha Monk. But, you know, it's fine. We can still get underway. If you guys want to recap on the last episode, we can. We always do. If you want to add something, Max Savage, and she was on the last episode. What was it about again? Because I know we're episode 18 now.
We're talking about commitment.
Phobia. Oh yeah. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say about that.
Of course.
Wait, you have nothing to say about commitment?
Yeah. You remember we made an episode about commitment, remember?
I was like, we talked about this. Everyone knows my side of commitment. I have nothing to add besides yes.
Yeah, we talked about it. We did an episode together. You were on it. But yeah, I'm not sure if you guys want to add more to it. I know in the beginning of this podcast, Max Savage had a thing that he cannot stay single for longer than like a week.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah, this man cannot stay single. That was the whole beginning of this whole podcast. If you guys didn't know, when we first started.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Why is that? It's actually really simple. I have I guess it used to be that I had like intimacy issues. Because I was always dating people, like always, back to back, on and on. But what's funny is we started the podcast, I was dating somebody, we split apart, and then I didn't like date anybody for like actually hard date anybody for almost a whole year. I was like, oh shit, like this is what everyone's talking about. And I appreciated it more, but I did understand it's like even with this break time or whatever, I still feel myself as a relationship person. So like I do enjoy I can do my own thing and be a me person, but I was always looking forward to being in a relationship, you know? So I was like, yeah, like once it happens, it happens. Thank God it did, you know?
Drinking his Lion King cup. I'm sorry, I was.
You don't like Lion King?
Opposite of you, Dante.
Love it.
He is the opposite of me. This is why we started this damn podcast in the beginning. This is exactly why we started it. He was the opposite of me, straight up. Yeah, this is exactly why. Yeah, he's a relationship guy. I'm not. So I mean, that was the whole.
I feel you, Dante. I'm the same way. You know that.
You know, I just said, oh, and then we did an episode, commitment. It was your idea, actually. Savage on commitment. Let's do an episode about commitment. So I was like, shit.
I think that was my way of being like, hey, if any chick listens to this, they're going to be like, oh, this guy. He's one of those good boys. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. The good points.
So ultimately, why would you say, like, you commit? Like, what gets you to commit? Max Savage.
What gets me to commit? Like, just relationship-wise?
Yeah, because, like, if you're someone who, like, looks forward to relationships and you enjoy all of that, like, what finally, like, makes you decide to commit to one person over everyone else?
I mean, it's the same, to me, it's, like, almost built into my code. Like, it's also the same way as, like, being in a job. Like, what makes me so good at working the jobs I work at is because I put 100% into it. I'm like, yo, like, this is my job. This is what pays me. This is what has me do things. Like, I like to be able to do what I want to do because I get through this and I have to do this. Okay, cool. So I stay committed to that. Same thing with the relationship. I just been doing relationships longer than I've been working. So like, it's and like I said, like I used to go on and off pretty frequently, like during high school and everything. I was always with somebody, but it was always like somebody new. So I didn't understand like long-term commitment until I had met the person who I ended up marrying. And with that, I was like, all right, like I get like what it is and what it takes to last in a long relationship. and it's actually funny. My roommate had me watch this comedy chick. She was going on, I forgot her name. I'll send it to you guys later. But like, she's like, this is my third, like, I've been divorced twice. She's like, whenever I date somebody, I don't date, I interview. I come in there and I ask the hard questions, like, you got kids, you smoke cigarettes, like, what's this? And I'm like, dead ass, I do the same fucking thing. Like, when I get into a relationship, I don't do that. I'll do some cutesy stuff, but like, I feed in hard those questions of, yeah, so like, this is me. It's not changing. Like, you're okay with this, I'm okay with you, let's do this. Like, that's how I see it.
I see. Okay, I feel it. But do you ever think that like it takes away the magic of like dating when you go in there like, I know I'm gonna commit, I know I want this person, blah blah blah?
No, because I hate the dating part.
Oh, okay.
I want to get right into the relationship. Like, again, that's the big thing between Dante and I's difference is Dante likes the going out, the meeting,
The game.
all
Yeah.
that shit. I don't. Like, I want to get past that shit. Like, I hate that awkward phase of like, what am I gonna do? Like, do I gotta make sure I look good? Do I gotta make sure? And like, fuck that shit. I'm trying to get to the relationship, so it's like this is the person I want to show off, and like, it's really hard for me to be like, let me just keep playing this game. But a lot of people play it, and it's not a bad thing. It's not like a knock toward people. If anything, I'm a person who's lower because I can't. Like, I look at it, I'm like, I have too much shit to do than try to play this date game. Like, when we did the episode on doing what's it called, online dating, and like,
Oh yeah.
Tinder and shit, like, I was like, I've never done it before, so I had to try it out, and God, dude, that like ruined my life. Like, a good couple of months, I was like, yo, this thing is ridiculous. and it sucks. Like, I fucking hate, like, it's not that I don't like meeting new people, because I obviously do. Like, I'm in a retail environment. I moved to San Francisco. New people's kind of a new thing. Like, it's what we all do. But I don't like opening myself up to every new person I meet.
Sure, yeah.
Even though I'm an open person, like, ask me a question, I'll give it to you. But I don't like opening myself up to somebody who I don't, like, I feel like I'm not going to see them tomorrow. Like, I ain't going to see them ever again, kind of a thing. So I always try to get through the dating part as quick and be like, yo, like, we a thing? All right, cool. And then stick with it, you know? And usually my relationships stay super long. So, I mean, this one's a year and a half almost, so.
Wow.
Wow.
Congrats, bro.
Yeah.
Don't fuck up.
Don't
Don't fuck up, man. Don't you dare fuck up.
You know how terrible it is? Like, okay, am I the, because I don't know, am I the only person, like, in a long, committed relationship right now during the virus? Am I?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna let you guys know, this
Single.
shit's fucking hard. Like, I don't think relationships were built for quarantine like this. Like, even if you think about it, even like really good married relationships, you still have distractions. You still can go out, go to work, go do your thing or whatever. When you got to spend 24 hours with one person every single day, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, conversation's done.
Hold on, though. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Do you guys not have separate hobbies?
We do, except for her hobbies include, like, because, okay, so I do creative hobbies. I play music, I paint little things, like I play video games, shit like that. Her hobbies don't mesh with mine, which is good because that means we can do things separately.
Right.
But how our hobbies are means that it's like we're either doing this or we're doing this. Like, if I'm painting, I have to sit there and be like, yo, like, if I'm painting, it's either I'm by myself or you guys are there and you can't fucking bother me. And like, I live in San Francisco. This shit's hella tight. Like, yeah, and I wish I want to get her to do like more shit. Like,
Tell her, hey, look, I'm gonna paint for the next 2 hours. I need silence.
Yeah.
Or just don't talk to me. You
yeah.
can't tell her that. She wouldn't understand.
No, I do. I'm like, yo, like I'm painting, like everything's cool, and it's like, all right, and then it's like, oh, what are we gonna make for food? I just say I'm painting. Like, I'm
Ignore
not thinking about food
Don't
right
answer
now.
her.
Like,
Just ignore her.
just stay quiet, just get in the zone, just keep going
Yeah.
for it. I'm
Yeah.
good.
I'm telling you right now, the first 3 times she tries to say something to you and you ignore her, she'll take you seriously and she'll stop bothering you when you're painting.
That's true. I'm gonna try it.
Reinforcement. I hate
She's
saying
a-
this, but as men,
man.
we as men and as women, you kind of have to train your partner a little bit because
Yeah.
you guys are still getting to know each other. And one thing your partner should always know about you: when you're doing what you want to do, you're doing what you want to do. You're not going to do anything else.
Mm.
That's the masculine energy. That's masculine.
So
I'm
Kim,
doing this. But all right, on to the topic.
so Kim said, So Kim commented. She said, "Not true. Our relationship is better and stronger because of the time we've gotten to share that we usually wouldn't be able due to our jobs and projects."
Yeah.
How long have they been together though?
I think a year now, right? I think a
Yeah,
year.
the same amount of time roughly.
Yeah.
And they were the couple that were on the interracial podcast episode.
Why you put it in quotes?
Because we were black and they were Asian. There was no interracial
Why you
going
put
on.
things up in quotes? Hold on. Hold on for a minute.
That episode with like we were
Air
pretty-
quotes? Air quotes? I'm just kidding. I'm only getting you back because earlier you said that about it.
well played. And one of the things that really was impactful to me was that like this time forced them to like relearn each other and find even deeper connection with each other. And so we talked about how like quarantine can like strengthen relationships, or like you really like it can break them because you're so like in the other person's like space.
Oh yeah, no, at no point am I saying that this is. All I'm saying is that it's fucking challenging. Like,
Yeah,
and that's what it is. Like, if you want to be in a relationship, you need to understand that this is going to be a challenge. Like right now, you're like, yeah, I want this. Then it's going to be a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week work like thing. Like you're in it. I mean,
Commitment.
we were together every single day up until last week when she's like, oh, I'm going down to my parents. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like I drove her down all the way to Palmdale to drop her off and then drove back, and we didn't see each other for a week. And like we called and voice chatted, and like, yes, I can say our relationship is definitely a lot stronger now because I'm like, one, fucking hate calling people on the phone. Don't like the video chat things. I'm like, I'd rather you be here. Like and a lot of the things is like all our friends are all together. Like we have, which is a good thing and a bad thing that we all have the same friends, but like she's away. So like, I'm also like letting her know like what's going on with the friends. And I'm like, I'd rather make these stories with you than just tell you like what's going on. And that's where I was like, I don't know. Like it's this quarantine has brought a lot. Like as soon as we came back, this is the only time I've been away from her. And that's because I'm like, yo, like I'm doing the podcast. Like I have to go home for a minute and I'll see you once it's done or whatever. Like, and that was my, like, I guess that's real. Yo,
But I would just add to that, if you feel like you're physically in her space too much, I don't know what the physical real estate looks like where you guys are staying, if you guys actually in separate rooms, but part of the reason why Kim and Hui were able to work things out is because they're able to communicate their needs. Even though they're together 24/7, they were both able to tell each other, this is what I need in this moment. If you can't tell your girl, look, fuck off for like 10 minutes, please.
Yeah, I need you to leave me alone.
You can't tell her, like, I don't want to talk right now.
Mhm.
That's on you.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
making your relationship hard.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's not even a like. I don't know. Like I guess it's completely on me where I still like I love her being around 100%, but I'm also like I want to do my own shit, and it's almost weird. Like I want to be like, hey, like I want you here, but I want you here on the shelf. Like I want you here when I need it, but you know,
Can't
and
have
it's
your
not.
cake
That's
and eat it too,
where
man.
it's like that's where again like this quarantine thing has been going. Hey, like this is how I know, because I wouldn't have known this is the kind of person I am until the whole world fucking shuts down. So it's like now I know like this is how I am in the relationship of I do like to have you there, but it's also good because like she lives 19 blocks up from where I am.
Right.
And like I could just be like, all right, cool, go home. Just like push her home and be like, all right, cool, like you got your own house, your own bed, everything's cool, I get to sleep by myself. And then I sit there and wake up the next morning, I'm like, why did I do this? I hate sleeping by myself. Come back over here. Like, come on. Let's get back to this.
Fucking Max. Well, it's good to have you on here, man.
Thanks.
You know, you got a hey from Kylie.
Hey,
Kim asked if you're a Gemini.
am I a Gemini?
Yeah.
No. No.
Are you? I don't even know what you are.
I'm January 21st. I'm a Aquarius.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Well, like my dad's a Capricorn, and he's January 10th, and like I spent a lot of time with him, so apparently I carry like Capricorn traits, and I honestly don't know astrology and shit like that. Like I don't. So a lot of people go for it, like it's cool. And I'm not mocking on people who don't. I didn't subscribe to it, you know. Like I sat there and I'm like, yo, I can learn these, or I can learn about fucking Pokemon. Like I'm gonna do what I like, you know. but I'm an Aquarius, which
Oh,
I'm the water bear.
I don't even want to ask you what your rising or moon is right now. So that's
I have no
gonna.
fucking idea. I didn't even know these things existed until I moved out here. People were like, "What's your moon sign? What's your earth sign? What's your?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
I don't even want to get
what
it.
the fuck? I thought it
Fathom
was
that.
just one.
Don't even want to ask that question. All right. So we'll get to the topic today. So the topic is hard to get. Okay. Hard to get could be, a lot of things. There's people who play hard to get, and it could be game, or it could be just people just being a-holes. All right. So the buzzwords today is, since you don't know, Max Savage, you know about the buzzwords, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
Pee
we're
Wee's
doing.
Playhouse. Got it.
So I'll explain it again. So the whole point of the buzzwords, if any of us say certain words, you get on a hot seat. You'll get 3 personal questions. It could be like, I don't know, how big your, down below is. It could be, what's your foot size? It could be a lot of things.
I was like, what's the answer?
So it's for us to ask, and it's the people who are listening or listening to ask. And then how big your personality is, man. Come on, man.
Everybody on the chat's eyebrows go.
Come on, man. All right. So the buzzwords today is attentions and playing games. Okay. So I did say playing games, so it's fine. I only said that because we didn't establish it yet, but I won't say it. I might say it.
So everyone's clear. The rules apply to everybody except for Dante, apparently.
Oh, what?
Just so we all know.
He runs the ship, so he gets to pick what time the rules go into effect. Of course.
I mean, I'll probably might end up saying that word. Definitely, I might say those 2 words. This is a hard one for me.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'll work on it. All right. So first question I would ask: how do you define being hard to get? We'll start with Max, first person.
So define hard to get. Well, it's kind of self-explanatory. Hard to get is somebody who's making it hard to acquire. When it comes to like relationship wise or like dating wise, like I see it more pre-dating than post-dating. Pre-dating hard to get is like somebody who makes you want to work for it, because that's kind of the deal for it. It's like work towards being in the relationship with somebody. Yeah, that's where I see it as.
And Shirley, what defines hard to get?
I think realistically, no one's really hard to get. What makes someone hard to get is someone who's like not like on the same page as you. So like we can be flirting and we can have like back and forth, whatever, but like being hard to get is someone who's like, ooh, I almost said it. Someone who's like, oh, damn. Okay.
Say it.
Like,
You won't.
I'm trying my best. Someone who's like inconsistent, and not like being truthful about the situation you're in.
That's like one word. That could be grouped in one word.
The word, but like that's what makes someone hard to get. It's like,
Okay.
you said we're gonna do this. We're not doing this. Now we're doing something else. This back and forth, like't what makes someone hard to get, which I don't. That's how I define it, personally.
Yeah.
Does this make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, hard to get is, yeah, it is. It could be someone just being. I feel like the definition would be is just someone who is just making it difficult. I mean, putting stumps and challenges there to date. I mean, there's so many walls and things like that people have, so many like obstacles. Like you have to jump like wires and barbed fences just to get to their vulnerability.
The thing, like, relationships shouldn't be like that. I think they should be like, they should make sense. like there's supposed to be like fun and stuff, but you shouldn't have to be like reading between the lines and trying to figure out if someone like actually likes you, or and like stressing over the fact that they want to be with you or not. Like that's too complicated, and that makes the relationship not even worth like in my opinion, like getting to know them even deeper, because that's just not, I don't know, it's just too hard. I don't think it has to be that hard.
I guess I got a question. Do guys play hard to get?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, like what are examples of that? Because like I don't know, because I don't play hard to get. Like I'm out there. I'm like, yo, like blah blah blah. I do know almost every chick I've ever talked to has in some way played the hard to get game.
Okay. Well, in my
That's
experience,
close, man.
Yeah, so I was like, word this carefully. They played it like that, but it's also on the fact that like it might I don't know, but a lot of guys always holler at girls all the time, even if they want something or don't want something, they do, and girls almost build up a tolerance to it of like, oh, this guy's just doing this guy's doing that, so it's almost like a natural defense, and I feel like that's why when we experience it, like, oh, they're just playing hard to get, it's like, nah, dude, when this chick's got dudes all the time going like, hey, yo, what's your number? Hey, what's this? Hitting up on Instagram, liking every picture and doing shit. It's like, I do say that is still like being like hard to get, but at the same time, it's really what it's doing is weeding out the people who are just in it for fun and in it to just be who they are versus ones who are actually wanting to be with that person. That's how I see it. I don't see hard to get as a bad thing if it's done right.
Sure.
But of course it could go wrong. But that's why I'm like, I don't know what men do because I don't see myself doing it. I don't really know guys to really play hard to get besides, just like playing the field. Just sitting there and like, oh, like I'm talking to a bunch of girls to see which one I'm the most interested in. I don't really consider that really hard to get. It's just like, I'm not about to be like, oh, I'm talking to 3 girls. And then the first one that happens to show up, oh, I'm going to give her everything, like, let me figure out which one's the one I want to be with in case I make a mistake.
So I can chime in there.
Yeah.
On
Oh, okay.
playing hard to get.
Go ahead.
Right.
Really good at those.
Yeah.
So I believe dating, and when I say dating, I mean dating in the West. It's very different in the East, right? It's totally different. But in the West, there is a song and dance to dating, and you can either ignore the song and dance and have a hard time finding somebody, or you could learn the song and dance and just learn how to play. Like you can learn how to do it right, and you'll pretty much get what you want 7 times out of 10, right?
Yeah.
So how do guys play hard to get? So I occasionally, so essentially, like if I'm in a bar, or I'm in a club, even if I initiate, I kind of steer the conversation in a way where she kind of feels like the girl I'm talking to or the girl I'm trying to pursue kind of feels like she has to like prove herself a little bit. She's used to guys who come up and are all like, oh, hey, beautiful, let me buy you a drink.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to a girl, they're super guys just throwing themselves being ready for it. I'll come up and I'll start a little conversation and I'll start chatting with her for a bit. I'll ask her what she's drinking. And right when she's probably gonna think I'm gonna buy her one, I said, oh, I'm gonna try that. And I'll order it for myself. Right.
Yeah.
And then maybe ask a question like, oh, are you in school? And then she'd be like, oh, no, I'm not in school. And I'll just go, oh. Like just a little subtle, like, oh, and
like,
then
I'm not in school because I graduated with a PhD.
Or I hate saying this, like I actually have a story from the field, right?
Air quotes. Be careful with the air quotes, man.
So Silent D was there. What I would do is I would start a conversation with the girl, right? We're dancing, it's real high energy. And right when she feels like there's a bit of tension being built up and something's gonna happen, I just leave. Walk away. I'll just walk away.
Oh, shit.
I've seen it.
Wait, please tell me you do it like mid-sentence. Like you sit there and you ask a question like, yo, so what's your favorite color? She's like, actually, I really mainly just turn around. just walk out like.
So I was talking to this girl, and then like we were chatting up, and then we just got drinks, and I put my hand like right on her lower waist, and I kind of leaned in for a bit. And I was like, "Oh shit, hold on one second."
Oh,
Damn.
that's smooth.
Damn.
And then And then I came back like 6 minutes later, and I closed. But so I think that's guys playing hard to get. Guys playing hard to get is really riling your interest, and then just like stonewall.
Yeah, that's attractive. That's the game. That's the seduction part, right? That's fine.
Right.
But like in the context that I was referring to, it's like, okay, let's say you're seeing like the girl you were talking to earlier. She'd probably think you were playing hard to get. Like girl number one would probably think you were playing hard to get. Because you're not like defining the relationship, you're like investing and then not really investing. And so that's what I mean.
Right. But I would say, just from hearing you guys talk about this, I do feel like maybe I'm lucky in a way that I just haven't experienced. Like people play hard to get, but it's like for me, it's like initially, it's like I just take that as indicators of disinterest, right?
Yeah.
So I think people who really get led on by others playing hard to get didn't catch the signs early enough. Because when someone's playing hard to get, they're still sending you like indicators of interest.
Yeah.
Right? They're still, and it's just kind of like a frame game, really. It's just they're testing the frame, and when we're dating, we're always trying to project ourselves some way. We have to, just the way it is. Nothing wrong, but we're projecting ourselves, and it's a way of kind of projecting a higher like dating marketplace value.
Sure.
Essentially. So.
All right. So I had someone ask a quick question on here.
Yeah.
How do you tell between someone telling you to try harder or give up? So I'll probably Markel.
All right. Try harder or give up. I'll start with give up first. Someone's telling you to give up when they give you nothing. When they give you nothing. When they absolutely give you nothing.
Yeah.
Even if they're just like chatting a little bit, if you feel like the conversation is dry and you are the conversation and they're not participating, they're telling you to give up. If someone's telling you try harder, they may bring up scenarios. They're giving you something and they're waiting. And they're waiting for you, right? And then time frame. Someone telling you try harder would typically
I have a
give you
question
time
though.
frame.
Markel, are you
What's up?
saying this specifically in person or by text, social media?
I mean that all across the board.
That's true.
Right? If someone's telling you give up, they're giving you nothing. These are the people who are going to make you wait 7, 8, 9 hours for a one-word reply. That's telling you to give up. Someone who's replying really fast, maybe a little bit boring of a reply, that's try harder, right? Or that's a sign, just try and escalate it, or that's a sign you're a little too available, right? Someone who, if you say, oh, let's go on a date, and they're like, oh yeah, let's go, and then maybe they kind of cancel last minute or get a little funny last minute, that's try harder. But if someone is just like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing that weekend, and then it doesn't say anything, that's give up.
Okay. Hopefully that answered. Actually, the person who asked that question is the cancer hater. He got the guy who was a cancer.
Oh, fuck. Of course.
I mean, if you have to sit there and really ask yourself, they're probably telling you to give up.
Cancers, of course. Of course that's
Of course. All right. So
Damn those cancers.
yeah.
How dare they be born where they're born?
They're just like a wet blanket.
Was that like early July? I think my mom's a Cancer. It's like early July at some point.
I don't know.
How dare
Yeah,
you,
like late June.
asshole.
I don't fucking know, man.
You terrible person.
I don't know.
You summer baby. How dare you?
All right. So is playing hard to get wrong, or should people do it?
No, people should do it.
No, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump out, but yo, people should do it.
It's fine. It's open. It's open.
So people should do it when they should do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like if you have a great feeling about somebody and they're open and they're trying, you shouldn't play. You shouldn't play. But if someone like me is coming up and I'm talking to you and I'm being very charming and I'm doing the little touch and go, you should probably do it. Because you're gonna, or somebody who is experienced in dating, someone who's experienced in day game, right? Like you should probably play hard to get with that person. Because if you get sucked into the frame, you give up the game too early, it's boring.
Should you keep playing hard to get even in a long-term relationship?
I was gonna ask that, and my answer is fuck no. Like you're in the relationship. There's no reason to play games. You've already committed to the person.
I said it.
With the person. Oh,
Pause.
what?
Pause. Quick pause. I disagree.
You just
Oh,
said
that's fine.
the word.
He did.
I did. I said the buzzword, but let me.
Oh shit.
What was the buzz word?
we'll get back to we'll get the 3 questions or whatever. But I want to hear what you got to say first.
Okay. So here's the big fact. You guys have all heard the phrase 7-year itch, right?
Yeah.
7 years. When you date someone for 7 years, you date someone for an extended period of time, puppy dog is gone, the plateau is gone, and now you're kind of losing that person, right? Kind of like diverging away. It's time for the second seduction. Seriously.
Mhm.
You will have, if you're in a really, really long-term relationship, you will probably, if your relationship is really, really strong, you might have to re-seduce your partner every 3 years. It's
Yeah, that
just
makes
the way
sense.
it works. And at the
Yeah.
and that means you have to do things to elevate your status, elevate your appearance, elevate your perceived dating level, and also play a little hard to get, right?
Mhm.
And as for girls, that would mean maybe you should tease your man a little bit more than you normally do, and then don't give it up for like 2 weeks. That's brutal, but it's like you're married. It's not going.
Hey, don't listen to this guy, ladies. 2 weeks, that's too much. I'm not waiting for a whole paycheck to come in to be like able to get something. Like, you know, 1
Right.
week. One
And
week is a good
then-
amount of time for there to be a pause. Like, I feel like 1 week
No,
is
it's
good.
that you have to re-seduce your partner. You kind of have to make them think that you're now a different person who's more attractive than the person you first started dating, which
Yeah.
theoretically you should be since progression. As
Yeah.
for men, what does that mean? Maybe it's time to lose that spare tire. Maybe give up drinking for a few months and you clear your skin up. Maybe you grow a beard. Maybe you just start not seeming promiscuous. Maybe you just seem a bit more available than normal, right? You're not actually doing things like going out and dating and talking to girls, but maybe you just seem more like a dateable option.
Mm.
Make her a little nervous. Tell you wrong with that. Everyone got quiet.
I mean, I'm
Almost like everyone agreed, but nobody wanted to say yes.
I mean,
I
People
appreciate
can't start
because I didn't even think like on that aspect. And I think that's great. Now, I still would say that when it comes down to it, if I were to get in that position, because I've been in a relationship that was 5.5 years, and I 100% say that everybody needs to change in a relationship because people change. Over years, every 5 years, I believe you're a different person. Because think about who you were at 20, who you were at 25, who you were at 15. Completely
Right.
different people. If you were the same person each one of those, you have a problem. Because no one is perfect, you know? Like, everyone needs, and it doesn't have to be major differences, minor differences in it. When you're in a relationship, both parties also play that same thing of, like, changing themselves a little bit. Men, I've noticed, are harder to change when they're in a relationship because they're more like, no, this is who I am. So it's almost like, you shouldn't change for the person, you should change for yourself. And one of the things that I've always told people is, like, change is a harsh keyword. A lot of people think change is a negative thing. Change is not negative.
Right.
What people assume is change means to make different from what you were before. And I don't believe that. Change is adding something new. So, like, I am always going to be the person I am. Always. Always till the end of time. But change will be like, I'm going to get rid of this gut, or I'm going to stop drinking, or I'm going to do this or that. That is a change. That is a minor difference, but I'm still exactly who the fuck I am, you know? If I see myself playing the hard to get later, I wouldn't play hard to get, but I would play more desirable. I'd be like, hey, almost in the playing the game, playing the field of, hey, well, I am a person that you want to continue staying with because this is what I do. This is what I will do. This is how I will continue things. Every once in a while, I will redevelop myself and be somebody new, be more attractive, or do whatever I can because this is me showing you that I want to be with you and I want to stay with you. And I'm trying my best to not just keep things stagnant and add a little bit of diversity.
Right. I do want to add one part to that, and this is for all the men because I'm a man and I can only speak to the men. Unfortunately, right now I'm trying to pretend that I know everything about women, but I know a lot about men because I'm a guy. You think your girl will want to fuck you when you do the things she wants you to do. Your girlfriend will never give you as good of sex as she will when she thinks another woman wants to sleep with you. I guarantee it.
That's true.
Right? And not because you're flirting with another girl and now you're in the doghouse, because you guys went out, that girl was looking at you, and you didn't even notice it. She's gonna go home and rock your world and go, babe, what was that for? Oh, nothing, I just miss you. No, she saw all eyes on you when y'all went out, and she had to go and claim her territory. So I always tell my guy friends, if you want to stay fuckable to your woman, be fuckable to all women. Don't actually sleep with them, but look at it that way.
Yeah, don't sleep with them. Just be something that other people want too.
If other girls wouldn't fuck you, your girl's not gonna fuck you.
True.
Damn.
She's not gonna enjoy it as much, or she's gonna be thinking about your best friend when she's doing. So it's like,
I mean,
you know.
damn.
I agree with women, like what they, they like to like be possessive and like mark their territory and whatnot. But I don't think it's healthy to build like insecurity in your partner. Like,
Well,
right?
you're not building insecurity in your
Yeah, I was
partner
gonna say it's not building.
because you're with your partner.
Yeah.
You're
You're
honest.
not sitting there and going like, oh well, I'm gonna go like talk to somebody else on the phone or like text somebody else or like try to build like a negative towards. It's all positivity. It's building more confidence in yourself and building more positivity for yourself. I don't see that as a bad thing. Like that's good. Like I agree. Like you want to do this. You want to like make yourself a little bit better every time you get, and you want to be able to tease. Because that's what keeps relationships going is something new, something different. Same vanilla shit every day. This shit gets boring. I'm gonna say it right now. Like I was in a relationship where I felt like it wasn't going anywhere because it wasn't. Like every day felt exactly the same as the days that were before, the months that were before, and I'm like, oh well, this relationship's done. Like there is no building to it. Like I'm not. Like I feel like I've changed enough to where like it's met where it needs to go, and there's nothing being built off of this. This relationship isn't good enough.
All right. Is it time for the questions?
Yeah, let me get these
Alright,
questions.
so we got the comments here. Kim says maybe not hard to get, and more like, babe, come get this ass.
Yeah, if a girl said that to her man, it would totally work 100% of the time. It doesn't work that way when you're a guy.
Yeah, I can't be like, babe, come get this ass. She's gonna be like, no.
Don't judge.
She's
Don't
like,
judge.
no.
man.
Fucking gross.
But if you
Never.
tell your girl, come get this plumbing, she's not gonna do it. Like she's like, no, what? But if you tell your man you have 3 seconds to get in this room and I'm gonna do something for you, he's like sprinting, Usain Bolt style.
Yo, I'm in that room before you even count to one. You kidding me?
Yeah.
I could be I could be outside. I could be locked in the garage, and I'm in there. I'm teleporting. I'm vamping that shit.
So,
Bam, I'm in that room naked.
all right. So the freaking question. I'll get to your question, Danish. I saw your question on here.
Let me get those 3 questions.
All right. I'll say it first. Hey, Max Savage,
What up?
do you eat ass?
Yes.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking
What
knew
do you
it.
knew it? Yeah, duh. Everybody knows
Fucking-
this. That's
fucking
a
knew
reasonable
it.
question.
I wanna
What's the
know.
next question? Hey, Max, are you Jewish? Yes.
I wanted to make sure it cleared that out the way because we said this in our last
I have a
episode. I'm
question
like,
for
when this motherfucker comes on
I
here
have a
again, I'm
question
gonna
for
say
him.
something.
Question number 2 coming from me. What was the most physically painful sexual experience you ever had?
Fuck. I remember one time I was dating this chick, and she was like, yo, I'm gonna stick a finger right up your ass. With like nothing. Like no preparation, no nothing. I was just like, and I'm not even expecting anything. So I'm like, I'm not tense, but I'm not like loose or whatever. Like it's just there, and
Yeah.
I get it. Like I get why women are like, no. You need to make sure that things are ready to go before things like that. And you just try to stick a finger up anybody's ass, it's gonna fucking hurt. And that was the one time I almost hit a woman. The one time. Because I heard like a bitch. I was like, ooh, don't do that again.
Oh
That is the most painful experience I've
All right, wait. I got a third one. All right.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. What's your gayest experience with a guy?
What's up with you and this guy?
Oh,
What's up with you and this gay shit, man?
Hey, no,
What's up with you?
he's like, yo, this guy fucking lives in San Francisco. He does some gay shit all the time.
Go ahead, big.
Okay. So I have 2 things to say. So
You only have to say one.
no, I'm gonna say two.
All right,
Because
go for it.
gayest thing. Oh fuck! Gayest thing I've ever done with another male. Way back in the high school days, back when this was like socially acceptable. It's obviously not anymore, so definitely don't do it. But like back in the day, guys would like whoop out their dicks and be like, "Yo, look at my dick." Like it happened all the time, and like. This is like back in early
never done
text
that before.
messaging,
I've never done
pre-iPhone
that,
shit.
by the way.
All the men
hold on, hold
nodded
on.
in agreement.
This is me and my
Yeah,
friend
I'll try
Kenny. Kenny used to be in my band back in the day, and like I had this fucking flip phone, right, with this tiny little square camera, and we're like, yo, we would always like take weird pictures. Like he would tuck his nuts in take a picture and send it, and people be like, yo, you fucking this black chick, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But one day we're like, yo, like, let's do something stupid. I don't know what the fuck we were doing. I don't know if we were like smoking or whatever. I was like, we were young. We drew smiley faces on our dicks, right? And we're like, yo, we're gonna take a picture of this and send it and watch people be like, yo, what the fuck? And so we had our dicks like that close to each other, like barely touching, and we didn't think about it. We took the picture and we sent it out to be like, yo, like, fuck you guys. And they're all like, yo, bro, your dicks are real fucking close. And then I went, oh shit, you're right. Like, I didn't even think about this. That's really fun. That's the closest I have, like, experience-wise, like, gay shit with somebody. But then I moved to San Francisco. And in San Francisco, they got this thing, like, everyone knows about fucking, like, gay pride. Gay pride ain't shit. Gay pride's awesome, but it ain't shit. There's multiple other, like, weird things that go on out here. Like, one of them's called Folsom. And I remember my ex-manager, he went to it because he's super gay. And he was like, yo, Max, like, you're going to love this. Like, I witnessed a dude suck his own dick in the middle of the street. Like,
Damn.
you need to see this. You need to come out. And I was like, yo, dude, I'm there. So I went out.
Like, yo, I'm there.
I was like, yo, I got to see this. This is wild. So I go out there. This is last year. It was me. We're not going to have a Folsom this year, and it's fucking upsetting. But it was me, my friend Keith, my sister, in a way, Hannah, and her friend. We came out. We all were there. We met up with my gay friend, Finn. He had his boyfriend with him. And everything's all cool. His boyfriend was, taking shots and doing shit. So he was already, like, in a headspace. And we're all in this, like, fucking crowded-ass area. It's open. It's on Folsom Street. So it's outside. Sun's blaming down. Everyone's, like, naked. Like, there's naked dudes everywhere. Like, I've touched many a dicks. And I'm, like, just brushing by. And I'm like, ugh. And,
I was like, wait a minute.
There's pictures and shit of this, like, on my Instagram of, like, I was, like, there's this thing called pup gear and shit, like, where gay men dress up almost like dogs in a way.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, like, we're gonna put on this gear so we look like we're part of the Folsom crowd. So I was just walking around, my t-shirt off, like, got the chest tattoos, a little bit of hairy fuzz. I had dudes come by, smack my ass, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm attractive. Like, thank you. Like, I needed this. It made me feel good. But we're in this, like, damn near mosh pit, right? Waiting in a line to get drinks.
Oh, the story's not even over. It's still going.
Friend Finn is right here next to me. Like, we're damn near holding hands. And I was talking to him. His boyfriend comes up, starts kissing up on his neck. And I'm like, oh, it's fine. Like, there's shit going on everywhere. Everything's cool. I pull down his pants, pull down Finn's pants, goes right in, dick right inside. And I'm right here. I am right here. And I'm like, whoa, I can't move. Like, I can't get out of this situation. I'm like, yo, I just gotta watch my friend get fucked in the ass right now. Okay. And I'm just standing there. I'm like, okay,
Wow.
this is happening.
Holy
That's the gayest
shit.
thing that's ever happened.
So when you edit this episode, Dante, we need an NSFW, like, warning.
Yes. Hey, you're gonna ask me questions. I'm gonna be brutally honest with it. I'm not gonna.
Hey.
I'm gonna say, Max,
I love it.
just for your future, I hope you never run for president.
Are you kidding me? Yo, Donald Trump became president by saying I'm gonna grab pussy. Like,
Yeah, but he wasn't standing next to dudes getting fucked in the ass, though.
maybe he
It's
was.
a totally different story.
We don't know. We don't. Hey, that just shows that I'm there for the people. Like, hey, I'm there for you. Like,
You
I've
could be
seen
there
it.
for them without doing that.
Fucking
Sure.
Max Savage. Kylie said Max low key likes that shit, I bet.
Oh!
But likes watching dudes, my best friend, get fucked right in front of me. I'm gonna be honest. No, it was kind of traumatizing. Like, I even had talked to him, like, yo, you okay?
Question.
Like, you were crying a little bit.
If your
Like,
boy, like one of your best boys, one of your best homies,
Mm.
is gay,
Yeah.
but like, do you not celebrate if he gets some like you would with your straight friends?
yo, it's not the same thing. He always gets some. I am concerned when he doesn't get some. Like, right now, I mean, the thing about, like, gay, especially because I always knew gay people outside of San Francisco where, like, they get in relationships, they stick with one person, it's cool. In San Francisco, it's a little different. So, like, he's in a relationship with a male, of course, but they're both very open. So they go to, like, fucking orgies, they go to, like, sex beaches, and they have sex all the time. And when he's like, yeah, I just fucked my boyfriend yesterday, I'm like, oh, just him? Like that's it? Like what's wrong with you? And I always get at him around there. He's like, man, I haven't had sex in a while. And I'm like, fuck's wrong with you, bro? Like you could go outside and get some at any moment. You have a roommate there that you can, you're the one who's choosing not to. Like that's all on you. It's a completely different world out here.
We should have had your friend on the poly episode.
I want him on this show so fucking bad.
You've been trying to push it for a while. I know.
I have. Finn,
Yeah.
I've talked about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I want this dude. You know what? I'll try to see if I can talk to him. I'll try to get him on for Sunday. He will have the amazing content that mind-blowing shit. Like the things I witnessed when I've been hanging out with him, done. Like you can't even talk about the kind of shit I've seen with this guy. I'm like, okay, cool. Sit down.
All right, man. All right. Well, I think I heard a little too much. You know what? Max he always is about detail. All right. He's very detailed on his stories.
Detail-oriented, of course.
Very detailed, for sure.
Yeah. Kim said, I'd love to hear the gay/queer perspective on voices on here. Yeah, me too. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to start doing that too.
You're going to start giving us your gay perspective?
Yeah.
Oh.
This guy. Oh, so one of the guys who asked a question for you, Red Pill, he asked, he's following up on a question. I guess, do people forget stuff like this in relationships? I've seen a lot of people let themselves go in a relationship. I think he was talking about the last. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
Yeah. And I've done it. I've done it before. It's like, I went like a handful of months and I was like, and one day I was like, I haven't really done anything for my lady in like months. Like I've been just busy. And then when I'm not busy, I'm just literally doing nothing. It's like I probably start taking her out, getting her flowers. Pro tip, and I kind of feel bad. This is like, it's one part of like my game, like my relationship game, right? It's different than dating game, relationship game. Is I think every man should do this. You should go in your calendar and pick 4 random days every single month. And on those 4 random days, you pick a small gift for your girlfriend or lady. Like, girls like spontaneous stuff. They want you to get it just because, right?
Yeah.
Well, men are forgetful. We just are.
Yes.
Why? Because we typically don't care about those kind of things. Sorry. So go in your calendar right now, in your Google Calendar, and put in 4 different things. You got to do like coffee, flowers, teddy bear, leave a sweet note in her lunchbox, right? And just set it for the entire year. For the entire year.
Lunchbox.
Right.
And you know what's even better? During these hard times, it's really hard to get any of those items besides like a note. So it shows extra effort. Like, and this is true. There's a place that me and my girlfriend go to that we used to go to all the time before obviously the world went to shit. And they sell the best cannolis in the fucking world, like hands down. And the operation, like it's still open, like the restaurant's still open and available, but like it is so hard to get stuff. The trains that run out here aren't running, so you have to hop on a bus which comes once an hour, get over, grab the food. And like I planned this whole thing out to be like, hey, you know what, she's been dealing with my shit recently. I'm gonna say all I got 2 cannolis, $4. She cried. She was like, holy shit, I needed this. It's little things, those little itty bitty things that really make better than just buying somebody jewelry. Like I've always said that. And I agree. Like if you put down 4, maybe not 4 a month, just because like, then it kind of feels like if you end up skipping one, they'll be like, hey, like, what's up? Like, I didn't get anything special this month. Like I try to like space it out.
Just tell her like, you kind of made mad this week. Just don't tell her what she did.
You're like, you're being a bitch. Like,
whoa,
I was gonna do something, but hey, fuck you.
You just gotta be like, oh,
Don't check
right.
me.
I didn't
How
get
dare
something
you?
this week.
She's gonna think back and be like, well, you know
fucking
what?
dare
I
you.
kind of was.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Put her in her ponytail. Don't even worry about it.
Dare you question me? All right, so let's see. We got a few more questions that I want to ask. All right. How to tell if someone is playing hard to get or genuinely disinterested?
I think we kind of covered that one.
With the question?
I think Red Pill very much like covered most of them,
all right.
actually.
All right. While women are known for playing hard to get, in what ways do men play the hard to get game?
Definitely
Men's
hot and
also-
cold is definitely I think the number one go-to for me is playing hot and cold.
Yeah.
Not being available, just not being available. Like for me, I have a calendar of when I do certain work projects or when I'm like in deep work or I'm unavailable or in shallow work where I can check my phone every so often.
Mm.
And I haven't told anyone my schedule. So no one knows when I'm in deep work, I'm not available, or when I am available. So it is always kind of a surprise when someone messages me on a day where, at a time where I'm normally available and I'm not, and I don't tell anybody anything. So that kind of works for game in a way.
I have a question.
So,
How do you know if you've gone too far with I guess being unavailable? You know, like when you're like, yo, I'm just trying to play hard to get, like I'm trying to try something new, I'm trying to do what I can.
Yeah.
How like do you feel like you could accidentally jeopardize the entire situation by playing hard to get too much? And how would you backtrack out of that?
You can't, because typically, and this sucks, as a man, when you backtrack, you give up frame. So backtracking and trying to make up for something it shows a lot of compassion and empathy to make up for a mistake, but that is not a masculine trait. So even though it's a good thing to do, and it's a great thing to do, you're demonstrating feminine energy, and most women aren't receptive to it. It's crazy as it sounds. When you have a connection and you make up for something where you fucked up, yes. When you don't have that connection, and you've been kind of like ghosting her a little bit or being a little iffy, and then all of a sudden you're really, really into her, she's going to think, oh, now this guy wants me, now I'm going to play hard to get. And I tell all my guy friends, this is like an iron law. This is irrefutable. Energy is always better spent getting a new woman than repairing things with one you fucked up with. If you guys aren't like in a relationship. If you're just trying to like just run game or just trying to talk to her or just like trying to get her to get a number or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you're trying to hit on some girl who works across from you in the mall and you fuck it up. You don't make up for it. Just let it go. Energy is always better spent just finding somebody new than trying to repair the time you fucked up.
What if you're really into her though? What if
Get over it.
you're over it?
Well, okay. Well, so I think what you can do.
Actually, I agree with that. Yeah.
I think what you can do is relative towards time. So let's say you accidentally play a little bit too hard to get, like a little too hard to get, and like now you've distanced yourself away from this person, but you still want something with this person. So what you do is you still stay like available, you still stay around, but you don't like you're saying, you don't go after the person as hard as you were before. Like you can still like you almost in a way put her into the friend zone, kind of like, yeah, you know what, like I think we should just be friends. Like you put her into the friend zone, and then you can build back that over time. Like don't expect it to happen next month, but like if it is somebody that you really want to be with, somebody that you really wanted, and you're just trying to like play the cool card and you feel like you fucked up, I feel like you can still come out of it by having enough time and distance away to then be able to come back and play it again. But this time be like, maybe a little bit more cautious. I don't want to fuck up like I did last time. I think that can still work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I can see that working. I can't say that's not going to work.
Yeah.
My only addition would be if you fuck up, I wouldn't like slowly build back up. I would literally just cut it off for a few months and then try again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can just like not talk to it, and like 2 months later, you know, like she sees you, you see you guys. Let's say mall example, like you guys come to the food court. Oh yeah, let me get you something quick, and it's like, hey, like what happened last time? I haven't heard of you for a couple months. Like, yeah, I just been busy. Yeah, I just got shit going on. Like, just been busy. Like that means literally anything. I've been busy means I've been playing the new Final Fantasy. Like, fuck it, she doesn't know that. Like,
we got to talk about that, man.
We gotta talk about that. We ain't gotta talk about shit about that game. Fuck that game. I'm on to something new.
Yeah, I messed me up, man. I messed up my quarantine, man. All right. Kylie asked a question. When a man is playing hard to get, what do they expect from the woman?
Sex.
So this is what's really
sex though. We don't want regular sex. Like if we're playing hard to get, we don't want like regular missionary. Like I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
He said regular.
Like hard to get. Like that's
like, this is what I require. It's a requirement.
Because I mean that's kind of what I do. Like, and it's not like I do this all the time. So I'm like try to put it at me and be like, oh, this is Max is kind of an asshole. But like if I feel like I've been crossed, you know, and I'm like, like I'm being kind of sour and bitter towards my woman. I'm like, like what I'm expecting at the end is like to come into the room and her to be like, just do it to me. And I'm like, all right. Like this is how it is. But I guess that's just how my relationships are, where it's like if they feel like, oh, like because I don't. I think it's a Jewish trait, and I don't really like putting too much race into whatever happens. But
Yeah.
Jewish people are very like driven on putting as much guilt onto somebody as you can. You know, try to like break them down with guilt. And my whole family's done that to me, and I try not to. So my guilty ways towards people is to literally just silence myself around them. Where I'm just like, no, like it's cool, it's fine, okay, cool, and like that eats at people a lot more than if I were to just like bicker and nag or whatever. When I'm just like, no, it's fine. When I'm just silently compliant, people are like, oh shit, okay. And when it comes to girls, that's when I'll lay over and I'll like move over to this side, and then I'll get the big spoon action coming on me, and that's when I'm like, oh yeah, that's about to happen.
Big spoon, little spoon.
I want to
Oh, I love
real
that
quick.
shit.
I feel like I'm not gonna lie, I've been definitely hogging a lot of screen time. I want to hear what Ann Shirley has to say.
Oh,
Aunt Shirley been quiet, huh? We got 5 minutes, so Aunt Shirley.
Yeah,
I
you get
don't
the
have,
last 5 minutes. What the fuck?
I don't have anything to say. I'm just listening.
How about you say the buzzword and we get to ask questions?
Playing games.
Yeah, she did it.
There we
Okay,
go.
somebody ask questions.
All right, Ann Shirley. I have a question. It's a multiple part question,
Oh my God. Okay.
and I think you're gonna like it because it's not embarrassing.
All right.
So, if you had to, let's say you're giving a speech, giving a presentation, right, on female game, on being a woman and teaching women game, what would be the first 3 things that are like iron laws that cannot be broken?
Number 1, fuck girl code. If you find someone that you find attractive and you have a strong connection with him, go after him. Don't allow the morals of like girls like trying to get in your ear about how he's like and all this stuff. You need to be very aware of what you want as a woman and don't allow tradition to prevent you from getting it. That's like the number 1 thing.
Okay.
Not to the expense of like trying to like hurt people. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like just saying fuck you to like traditional roles and saying that like, oh, because you're a woman you can't approach first, or because you're a woman like you can't say what you want sexually and stuff like that. No,
But just like forget conventions. Do what you want. Go
do
for
what
it.
you want. Yeah, that's the number 1 thing.
Okay.
Number 2, I think it's really important to play up your femininity. I think we live in a culture where women are kind of trained to do both and even kill and repress the femininity or the feminine within themselves. And I think when it's about game, femininity is a currency, and you should definitely play it up to your benefit. Yeah, I think those are the 2 major things I would say.
What is in your experience? 'Cause I'm assuming you're somebody who you're not afraid to initiate if you want to.
Right, I'm not.
What is like one of like your secret games? Like this is like one of your something from Ann Shirley's playbook. Ooh, Ann Shirley's playbook. So I'm gonna call it.
Oh, see, I feel like you have to be like chaotic evil initially, like just like throw him off guard, because guys don't expect like women to say certain things. So, like,
Exactly.
I just like I go straight into the DMs and I'm like, yo, that beard looks so good, let me write it, like something like that. And he'll be thrown off. But it's like we'll laugh it off, but it breaks that like awkwardness. Just be
Right.
straight up chaotic.
So I love that you said that. I think it was Kylie, somebody asked, what do you do if a guy is playing hard to get? Break his frame. That's
Yeah.
what you do, break his frame.
Exactly.
And you typically break his frame by being aggressive and chaotically evil, right?
Yeah.
So if a guy is like playing hard to get and he says something along the lines of, oh man, if I wasn't so busy, I would do this to you, right? I'll do this thing. Like, kind of like, and normally the girl would be like, oh, like what? I'll tell you later. I got
Right. No, fuck that. You come
And as a girl's gonna be like, oh, you're not gonna do much. I can tell you can't handle it. It just that's
Exactly.
breaking his frame, chaotic evil. He's gonna be like, wait, what? And I hate saying this, but to be honest, frame comes down to responsibility, and it's like the most responsible person in the relationship should maintain the frame. And sometimes it's the girl, and sometimes it's the guy. The person who has the most integrity should maintain control in the frame.
All
That's just the
right.
way it should be.
Well, we got 1 minute.
Nice.
We got a
Very-
couple seconds left. Well, it's over now, the live stream. So I'm gonna wrap this up, and we're going on the post episode. We'll
I'm
go
actually
on
not
there.
going to be able to be here for the post episode.
It's all
Unfortunately.
no worries.
All right.
So we'll just do that. Then we'll start off with that, and then boom, ask the same questions on there.
Are you going to live stream the post episode?
Yeah.
All right, because I can do that. I just got to handle something.
Okay. All right, guys. So Max, you're gonna go on the post episode, right?
Sure.
All right. So yeah.
Sure.
All right.
All right. So just want to say thank you guys for coming on the episode, and stay tuned for the next episode. For those who are listening, appreciate you guys joining in. Stay tuned for the next little topic we might have. Well, we will have, and yeah, everything's gonna be on the White Day podcast. Get some shirts.
Patreon.
I'm rich.
Patreon.
Patreon. If you guys want to subscribe, all the exclusive stuff is going to be on the episode. It's all the post episodes and everything like that's going to be on there. Like I said, I'm rich now, so I got a stimulus check, so I'm gonna probably give out some free shirts. Throw out some prizes. I just gotta find out who can make them for me now because everything's closed. But yeah, so we'll get into that, guys. All right. Well, other than that, enjoy you guys the rest of your day. Thank you for coming on.
Peace.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Hey, this is going on. This is Dante from the White Day Podcast, the host, and hope you guys like our content on the last episode. And just letting you guys know that we are going to be posting everything on our website, www.whitedaypodcast.com. And for all the information, you can go on here. I know if you guys already looked on the video, it's on YouTube. YouTube episodes are on here. Everything on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, Google Play, all that is on there. Now, another thing we also are giving out for a lot of listeners who's been listening for a while, we actually have a Patreon. So a Patreon account, if you donate, it's a $5 tier of $5 a month. Well, we're going to be giving you some exclusive content, which is going to have 30 to 45 minute Q&A before the episode. So if we typically have a guest speakers on there. We have some love coaches on there, like we had in our last episode. We have a love coach, relationship gurus, motivational speakers. So you got the Q&A time within 30 to 45 minutes to talk to them before we do our episode. Or if you want to talk to any of us, some of the speakers on there, the co-hosts and things like that, we also open that up for anyone down there. Also, we're going to be having an exclusive giving out the prior episode. So we're going to have the episode and you're going to have the first leak of the episode before we even put it on to everybody else to see. So that's all we have. It's just $5. It's a very small number. I know most people are, got other investments, whereas Netflix, I'm not competing with Netflix or Disney Plus, but it's something that we're giving out for you guys here. If you want to tune in there, that's also on the website. I'll put the link right down here. So it's www.whydatepodcast.com. And now I'm going to get back to my work. So if you guys want to kindly just, scatter